Ponga, arrested, police statement leaks online. Some moments arrive like a sudden blackout in a stadium full of light, leaving 50,000 people holding their breath in the dark. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon in February, the kind of lazy Newcastle summer day when the beaches are packed and the pubs spill laughter onto the footpath. Kalyn Ponga, still carrying the glow of another brilliant season, walked into a small bar in the East End with a couple of old schoolmates, just another local boy blending into the crowd he grew up with. Please like, share, and subscribe for more sport talk content. By dusk, the mood had shifted. A minor scuffle at the bar, raised voices, a glass knocked from a table. Security stepped in. Police were called as routine. Kalyn, trying to calm things down, found himself caught in the middle. Within minutes, he was in the back of a divisional van, wrists cuffed, the same hands that weave magic on winter nights now resting helplessly in his lap. At the station, the charge sheet read simple but devastating: common assault and resist arrest. The duty sergeant, a lifelong Knights supporter, looked twice at the name before him and quietly shook his head. Outside, word was already spreading faster than any try he had ever scored. Then came the moment the entire rugby league world will remember. Body cam footage, leaked anonymously hours later, showed Kalyn sitting in the interview room, head bowed, tears falling onto the steel table. When asked if he wanted to phone someone, he whispered, "Can I just call my mum?" The officer slid the phone across. Through the crackling line, you could hear a mother's heartbreak in real time. The video ended with Kalyn looking straight into the camera, eyes red but clear. "I'm sorry, Newcastle," he said, voice trembling. "I'm so sorry." In that tiny room under harsh fluorescent light, the superstar disappeared, and a frightened 26-year-old boy from Palmerston North remained. By morning, the footage was everywhere. Breakfast television played it on loop. Social media exploded. Yet beneath the outrage, something softer began to rise. Parents sharing stories of their own sons who had needed second chances, former players admitting the nights they too had been saved by grace. Knights officials gathered at McDonald Jones Stadium long before sunrise. Adam O'Brien watched the clip once, closed his laptop, and simply said, "He's one of ours. We look after our own." No suspension talks, no trade whispers, just a club choosing family over headlines. The police statement, when it finally came, painted a far gentler picture than the footage suggested. No punches thrown by Kalyn, no serious injury, just a young man in the wrong place, trying to do the right thing the wrong way. Charges were later downgraded, then dropped entirely after mediation. But the damage to pride had already been done. This is not a story that minimizes mistakes. It is the story of what happens when a gifted young man discovers that fame offers no shield from consequence, and that sometimes the hardest yard you ever gain is the one you earn off the field. For weeks, Kalyn trained alone at 5 a.m., running the steep steps of Empire Park while the city slept. He visited the bar, shook every staff member's hand, paid for repairs none of them had asked for. He sat with the young officer who arrested him and listened more than he spoke. "I used to think the hardest part of footy was the contact," he told a group of rookies months later, standing barefoot on the same turf where he once carved up storms. "Turns out the hardest contact is when your actions hit the people you love. I let down my mom, my club, and every kid wearing my number in the school holidays. I'm not proud of being arrested. I'm proud of what I did the morning after." When Kalyn Ponga next pulls on the #1 jersey under lights, the cheer will carry a different note. Gratitude that the game still believes in redemption, respect for the boy who chose to grow in public. He plays with quieter eyes now, but the magic is still there, perhaps even brighter for having passed through fire. Every tackle he makes feels like a promise kept, because some nights you don't score tries, you score the chance to become the man your younger self needed you to be. Kalyn Ponga didn't just survive an arrest that February night. He began the long walk toward earning back the trust he never should have risked. And somewhere out there, a teenager watching the replay will hear those 4 broken words: "I'm sorry, Newcastle," and learn that real courage isn't found in never falling. It's found in standing up, tears and all, and choosing to run toward forgiveness instead of away from the truth. That single tear-stained apology in a police station might just become the loudest statement Kalyn Ponga ever makes. Proof that even when the lights go out, a true champion finds a way to shine brighter on the other side. If you want, I can now compile all